Welcome to the Hollywood Scholar. I'm Jed Morgan, and it appears that the initial plan Netflix had for The Witcher season 4 and 5 is back into place after the writer strike and the actor strike thereafter delayed their initial plan to film seasons 4 and season 5 of The Witcher back to back. Now, this news came out well over a year ago that was their initial plan, that they were going to film them back to back. And at the time of this news, I theorized that it was more likely that it was just season 4 split into two. We'd get half seasons, and it was more similar to how season 3 was released with a volume 1 and a volume 2. I just figured that they were rebranding volume 2 of season 4 to season 5 to drag out the time in between seasons, make it seem like they're still successful, that they made it to season 5. Oh my god, we made it to season 5, and to cut down production costs, all while accomplishing that under the guise of rebranding half of a season. I still believe that is true, but when the writer strike initially happened, they hadn't finished writing season 5 yet, so they were just going to push forward with season 4. Then the actor strike delayed season 4 entirely. Looks like season 4 is getting right up to production again here in just a few weeks, and season 5 will likely carry right thereafter. We have this article here from the Redeeming Intelligence that says, work on The Witcher season 5 already underway ahead of season 4 filming. Now, this article says that there's most likely going to be a small break in between the filming of seasons 4 and 5, but they'd still happen relatively back to back, leading into a release date late 2025, early 2026, and then season 5 the year or two after that. And that comes into a big problem with this franchise. Regardless of the health of the franchise, regardless of the firing of Henry Cavill, there's too long between seasons these days of television. And this goes for more than just The Witcher. This goes for more than just Netflix. It goes for pretty much every major franchise out there. Is we don't see very many successful or big studio productions that are yearly, weekly models. There was a reason studio used that model for so many years, because it was a very successful model that kept the show in the minds of the audience for so long. Game of Thrones did it and became a juggernaut. And House of the Dragon, yes, was incredibly successful when it happened, and people are looking forward to season 2. But the hype around it has died substantially because of the gap between seasons. Yes, that'll reignite when season 2 happens, but there's going to be a noticeable impact on consistent audience when you have this long between seasons. Side tangent there, whatever. And The Witcher is still even in a much worse situation than it otherwise would be, considering that gap between the many seasons that they have. Because as seen in Witcher season 3, even before Henry Cavill departed the role, they lost more than 60% of their audience from episode 1 to the final episode of just volume 1 of season 3, let alone the substantial dip in viewership for season 2. There is no one who is interested in this franchise right now. And that, I don't believe, is going to change in the next year and a half until we get season 4, and eventually, some point in the distant future, season 5. They're just stubbornly pushing forward. And this is honestly the best that they can do with the facts at hand, with the factors affecting production. Yes, it is a disaster of their own making, but if they don't scrap the production entirely, or if they don't restart it with getting better actresses and enticing Henry Cavill back and getting writers and producers who actually care about the source material and have experience writing and producing shows of this caliber in a fantasy setting, they're doing the best they can, filming seasons 4 and 5, trying to mitigate the space between seasons, trying to get everything out as fast as possible, casting big name people. This is all desperation. Everything that we're seeing is desperation, but at this point, that is all that is left to them because of the disastrous decisions they've made leading up to this point. So we're seeing the destruction, the downfall of The Witcher before our very eyes because of decisions like these, because of what they're doing. This is showing weakness. They have to show weakness at this point because of the damage that they've done, but nonetheless, they are still doing the best they can in a terrible situation of their own making. And I just have to ask again, who is going to care by the time that this season and season 5 thereafter eventually comes out? These decisions, while the best that they can do, are not going to be even remotely enough to save this franchise. Now, do you know what would save this franchise? What is the one thing that most Witcher fans, including myself, are looking forward to in the future of the Witcher franchise? It's not anything coming out of Netflix, I can tell you that. We still have the Andrzej Sapkowski Witcher novel coming out at the end of this year, early the next year, once it's been translated into English. That is something that people are still excited for. 2024 and 2025 are going to be full years for The Witcher, because we've got seasons 4 and 5, we've got Sirens of the Deep, we've got the Rat spinoff, we've got the book, the only thing people are really interested in, and we also have production of The Witcher 4 ramping up with over 400 devs added to the production of The Witcher codename Police. Now, I've been very critical of CD Projekt Red in recent years, and my criticism, I believe, is still completely warranted, and my concern, I believe, is well-founded. So I'm not 100% on board with this production either, but I'm definitely more interested in it than I am in seasons 4 and 5 of The Witcher. Obviously, the book coming at the top of the pyramid of stuff I am looking forward to. But with all this Witcher stuff coming up in the future, Witcher fans out there, is there one that you're looking forward to the most? Are you looking forward to The Witcher Season 4? Season 5? Are you looking forward to The Witcher 4 video game coming out after the events of Wild Hunt? Are you looking forward to all the other video games that CD Projekt Red is working on currently, such as a remake of The Witcher 1, their multiplayer production, and all the other stuff that they have going on at CD Projekt Red? Or are you perhaps interested in the Doug Cockle Sirens of the Deep, about mermaids, not sirens, anime coming to Netflix? Or perhaps you're interested in the Rat spin-off? Yeah, maybe that's what you're all interested in. I would love to know what you are looking forward to, because there is a lot of Witcher coming in the future, and in my personal opinion, only one is a project that I can implicitly trust and hope for and look forward to, and that is the book by Andrzej Sapkowski, because he's never disappointed me, whereas Netflix and CD Projekt Red have. But I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Will people be interested in this franchise at Netflix or in this franchise at CD Projekt Red in the coming years when the things eventually come out after so long in between releases? Love to hear your thoughts in the comments below, but that's all I have for today. I will see you all in the next video. Anon.
Hey, yo, are you feeling what I'm doing up in here? Oh, I know you are. Do you miss all the good, compelling stories that we used to get back in Hollywood that they ain't putting down no more? I know you missing it. So check out my book series, Odyssey of a Phoenix, a mythological epic about philosophy, morality, and modern-day mental illness issues, baby. Book 1, Down in Flames. Book 2, Apocalypse Then. These are currently on sale. What are you waiting for? Get your hands on them. And we got Book 3, Kill the Dark, is coming down the pipeline. Just wait for all the good stuff that's dropping. You ain't gonna be disappointed, fam.